Y'all know what time it is. It's time for It's Casual with Casey Gale on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome to another episode of Those Casual Reds with 1878 United Fan Zone. It is Tuesday. I'll pass it over to you, Casey.
It is Tuesday. It's 7 p.m., 10 p.m. It's the Late Chat. Stateside Red Show, one of my favorites. It's the number 2 show on the United 1878 United Friends Zone show. I just love watching Sean and Mikey. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a great job. But anyway, we're here to talk about Manchester United, the only team that has a stalker who plays for Chelsea. What else is going on? We got an ill ownership that doesn't understand PR. We got more leaks in the locker room, which is cool. Sancho's getting surgery, ACL. And we're advancing in the FA Cup. But first, let me introduce everybody. A great stateside panel. I got my man over there. That's my guy, Ronaldo. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Brethren? Pulling it down. How you do?
You know, everything's good. You know, we living off food stamps, cheering for this club. And the gentleman underneath, Ronaldo, we got my guy Cheese. What do you say, Cheese? What's going on, boss?
Yo, it's great to see you gentlemen. I feel like it's been a while. I don't want to jinx it, but shout out to my working microphone.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sexy guy let my tune in.
You got to fix that. Technology's real. You got to go step by step. I'm learning that the hard way. And we got my guy representing the ATL. He's a filmmaker, makes high quality documentaries.
Facts.
My guy Mikey, Wagwan, boss.
Historical pundit.
Yo, shouts to everybody that was able to watch that for the second time, and shouts to all the people not suppressing speech.
Bang, bang, bang.
And where's Sean today? Sean left?
When
Sean
they
here.
go low, we go
Right here,
Kendrick
my man.
Lamar.
Oh,
You just can't see my video.
Sean,
That's all.
sorry, brother. How you doing representing the PA, the home of the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles?
Damn.
I ain't no Eagles fan, but I'm glad they won over the. We'll say that.
Yeah, that game was dead. So we're going to talk about Leicester City. We have moved on to the 5th round, and we'll be playing Fulham.
Fulham.
You know, interesting game. First 65 was the deadest thing I've ever seen. Sub came on, made a difference, and I had some questions about it. But let me get some guys' opinions. I heard how Sean and Mikey felt about it. Ronaldo, tell us how you felt about the match.
Cup game. Glad to get the win. First and foremost. Other than that, that first half, I'm glad I was a little distracted. But just the quality of football, I hardly had to crane up and look up at the TV and pay attention to what was going on, because there was nothing going on. Man was afraid to pass the ball in the final third. Clueless, didn't know what to do. Recycling, reusing, reducing, all that other nonsense. It was just uninspired, bland, clueless football. Like, these guys, they're just not getting Amorim's concepts, or they're just not brave enough. I don't know. Or, intense enough. Keep hearing the word intensity from Ruben.
Keep hearing the word intensity.
But the second half, it was, Garnacho came in, injected the pace, and felt like that changed everything. We didn't really get a note from Leicester after that, really. We had all the chances, all the momentum, flown at the goal all day. Garnacho could have had a hat trick, honestly. Like, if he pulled the trigger on some of those breaks he had, he keeps making the wrong decisions. He's not passing when he should shoot. Things like that. But Big Harry, Slabhead to the rescue. I think I saw some blue somewhere in there. There was some blue somewhere. Fair goal. 2-1. We win. Yeah. Bottom line, the linesmen of them, they didn't want to stay to watch that bullshit anymore. So yeah, that escape by.
Yeah, that's the one time VAR blessed us because they weren't there.
It's been a while.
For a change.
Cheese, your thoughts on the match? What do you think about the lineup when you saw it?
Big up to the man Dorgu. I was happy about his debut. I like his intensity. he seems like he's already playing with purpose. So I hope he don't lose that vibe. Because you know how we tend to get players and then just break their spirit. I'm hoping somehow Amorim protects him and gets everybody else on board one day soon. It's the FA Cup, so it is what it is. And I'm very happy for the win, offside goal or not. That victory was something more for our haters and our banter people. Because like I know that shit pissed them off.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
winning
pissed.
like that. Like I know that killed them. And like we still alive in the cup, and that's killing them. So that's the type of stuff I'm happy about. Last point. Does anyone else feel like Amorim is like he starts the game with one strategy that doesn't seem to work for whatever reason, and then once he starts tweaking and making his changes, we see the game changers, and then we end up getting the results. It's frustrating as hell, but like, does anyone else feel like this? Like every game we start, and he has a game plan, it goes to shit, and then he's just like tweaking away and then pulling out victories.
Not a bad
Sean,
thing,
Sean, do you think he's changing tactics, or he's just bringing in fresher guys?
I would say more bringing fresher guys, but to your point, Cheese, though, that's not a bad thing. You know, under Ten Hag, we screamed that he would just
love in-game management.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We love in-game management, but it would be refreshing to just start the game off on the right foot.
Yeah, start the game on the right foot. Which also
exactly. Instead of always scrambling and trying to come from behind and Fergie time.
Whoa.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, which also goes to kind of Mikey's point, though, really, doesn't it? Because, like, we can't play a consistent 90 minutes of game.
No, not even close. Nowhere.
I honestly felt the only reason we kind of ended up taking over that game was Leicester got tired. 75th minute, we got a goal. Leicester got a little tired. We ended up bringing on fresher legs.
Because we had more depth than them.
Yeah, which is saying a
also
lot considering our depth right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's terrible for Leicester.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, for me, something's got to change. I like the fact that he made him stay behind. I like again that this week we don't have any games this week, so plenty of training time.
Full week.
And for me, it can only get better, I guess. I don't think all of these players are capable. Me and Mikey were touching on it last night. The comings and the goings. I don't think all of them are capable of this system. But March we only have 2 games as of right now. I know we'll add more during the Europe and FA Cup if we get past get past Fulham, should I say? But yeah, he has no excuses now. The players have no excuses. We've got plenty of time to train now. So now's the time to start showing it on the pitch.
Mikey, do you feel? Well, Mikey, tell me what you thought about the lineup when you saw it. Is there anything that stood out to you?
Didn't understand the swap for 𝙈𝙊𝙀 and Dalot. I think everything else seemed pretty pedestrian. Just didn't understand what he was doing with that. I didn't think whatever it was worked. Still had to ask people last night, like, hey, what do you think he was getting at with that? But honestly, I mean, bro, I stopped looking at the lineups because, like, I never know what team we're gonna get, regardless of who we put out there. We can get the team that could go toe to toe with Liverpool, or we can get the team that struggle against Southampton. So and everything in between. I think those 2 matches and everything in between that, and like even all the losses, is like where the team is right now, right? It's like we show up for teams that's gonna come after us, and teams that are gonna sit back and let us have the ball. We're like, oh, okay, well, we'll figure out. We'll score when we can, and then they'll get one, and then we get punched in the mouth, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe we should get up and try to score now. And I hate that, and that's been Man United for 5 years, 6 years. Get punched in the mouth and then be forced to respond. How about we start punching motherfuckers in the mouth?
Yeah, it's been one thing that's a good trait of Amorim is when he makes substitutions or changes, it's pretty much has worked. When we come out flat and the ball moves so slow and we look so pedestrian, and it's so hard to watch early. And then when we gave up the goal, I mean, I'm going to tell you, I made my piece. I was like, oh, it looks like we're about to be out the FA Cup right now because this team did not look like the team that had to fight or any energy, what it is, or confidence. These things in the first 65 minutes was what it looked like. But then we made a substitution. 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀 came on, made a difference. Garnacho definitely made a difference. You know, Harry, he does what Harry does. That's just a typical Harry Maguire goal right there. You know, he comes in and wins the game against his old team, which is just crazy. I didn't understand playing Ďurgu on his opposite side, and I'm hoping that Ďurgu is not becoming a favorite because Ďurgu right now is not
been a favorite.
Yeah, but
He's Portuguese.
Word.
you know, but that
was Mourinho's favorite too.
He can't be that predictable like that. You know,
Yeah.
now
He needs to raise his levels, man.
Street.
Give us
Consistency.
the player of the season levels.
What I've noticed about this team, the wing backs are motor. That's in the Amorim system. The wing backs are the motor. So you got to have quality wing backs, and Ďurgu can't do it. Ďurgu can't do it. I'm hoping that we see wing backs of Ahmad and Ďurgu because that's the only way that's the best we got. But like I said, it's FA Cup. Before the game, I was like, I think we should just get out of this and just focus on practice and win the Europa. But I'm excited now again.
I thought so too.
There's enough man that's not playing right now. Liverpool's out. Chelsea's out.
Out. Plymouth Rock.
Don't sleep
No
on the
trouble.
Don't sleep on the teams that's left.
No trouble for you, none.
Don't sleep on the teams that's left. You got Bournemouth left. You
No
got
trouble.
Forest left. Them teams are balling. So
this is our kind of tournament, though. This is what we like. We like chaos.
Houses.
We like chaos. We will go in and score a goal on you at home and ride out of there with a dodgy VAR penalty and win the cup. That's why I love just cup competitions in general, because like form kind of goes out the window with it, right? Is you're not playing for a draw at this point. It's like somebody's going to die today. It's on one of us, and it's going either 120 minutes plus penalties or 90 minutes. So like the beautiful part about it is if we get to penalties, hell, it's just a lottery at that point.
Oh yeah.
It's a lottery, you know what I'm saying? And we got good penalty takers from top to bottom.
We got shooters.
Real quick, we gonna lost Cheese. Cheese, if you want to come back in, you're upside down and not on the screen.
Cheese is the greatest of all time. He's the greatest. Well, we've all at some point said that we wanted to see him tweak it a little bit. You know, maybe just make some changes here and there to pick up some wins. Have a better performance. And then today we get this, on the day we buried Dennis Law, allegedly.
All days, yo. God damn.
Players are not happy with the playing style, allegedly.
Ooh.
They would love to see a change of tactics a little bit. They said just a little bit, just tweak it a little bit, just tweak it a little bit. You know, the audacity. I'm not saying that it happened, but the audacity of these players.
Let's say something real quick on that. First off, he ain't changing the tactic. Second of all, if you got a problem with his tactics, you're gone. He just got rid of. Let's not forget, he just got rid of Rashford, right? You honestly think they're not gonna get rid of him? Like, name one of those players that's been there longer than Rashford, who is more of a well-known person at Old Trafford than Marcus Rashford. Maybe Bruno. Yeah, other than Bruno, but I don't think Bruno's coming out and saying the tactic thing. Any other one of those players, if they're coming out and they're like, oh, we want to change in tactics, bye-bye.
We know it ain't Rashford saying it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Tell me.
The thing is, I don't know who would be coming out and saying that.
You know, it could be media driven, you know. We don't know, but we're just going to pretend. These things keep happening. These leaky things keep happening. I don't hear no other professional sporting teams with leaks.
Really?
A little bit.
Really?
American sports. Nah, but we're crazy.
You don't watch baseball?
Oh well,
These men be
first of all,
stealing signs and all that.
we have the best baseball team in the world here, so we
Oh,
don't have that type of childish, unprofessional behavior. So
I'd have the best too if I, signed everybody on 15-year contracts. But no,
we're gonna keep this Manchester United.
about the leaks once again, media. Who is this? Chris Wheeler. Is Chris Wheeler dropping this?
Yeah.
Chris Wheeler always coming with his nonsense every time. This is a non-issue to me.
It is really.
I don't care about this. And honestly, two things going to happen. Either the players mutiny, they're so fed up, they want it to change, and it doesn't change, and they mutiny, and they get Amorim out, or Amorim gets them out. That's it. That's the only thing that can happen. I do think Amorim needs a plan B. I think he needs another way of being in these games, right? And because you cannot keep lining up. You can't. Every opposition is different. Whether it be City, whether it be Grimsby Town, it's gonna be different. You can't set up the same against everyone. So he does need that, but I think he's doing well to try to implement his basic system that these guys aren't getting. So if the fact is, if they're crying right now, they're crying at this little part, they could just go. Just go.
I don't even know what they could tweak. The only thing
Who do you
that's going
think
to
it
make
is?
this,
Who do you think
the
it
only
would
thing
be?
that's going to make this team play better is he puts out better wing backs. I promise you, it's that easy. Sean, what do these? If these players are talking madness like this, what do they want? Go back to the back four? They were shit in the back four. The back four too.
I'm wondering whether this is real at all. I'm wondering
It's
whether
never
it's
real.
just me. I'm wondering whether because I don't know if there's anybody in there that will
Talk to the media like that.
talk to the
'cause they're
media
all
like
new
that,
guys.
knowing full well what's going to happen to them with Amorim. So I'm kind of wondering whether this is just kind of, like in the summertime, everybody's like, oh, Man United's linked with this person, Man United linked with over 500 people every summer. I'm wondering if it's one of those, like, he's just trying to get there first, because I can't see any of these players right now having the balls to come out and say, I want to leak something. Just real quick, Taz, 1109, welcome to the chat. But yeah, I just don't see anybody that's in that dressing room. Like, it's not Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire's getting first team football.
We don't know any of these guys.
Harry's the Don.
Just for the record, we don't know none of these guys or what they're like.
Yeah.
So to say you don't see any of them, yes, you don't know these dudes.
No, you're right. The guy's been there for 3 months. Like, and the leaks are starting already. I'm starting to wonder whether have these leaks are even freaking real, and people are just, because it's Man United, nothing's really going on other than we're shit. I just got to get some news out. You can't keep typing Man United shit every week. You got to get some news from somewhere.
I know.
Don't you feel like that's an obvious thing to say, though?
Funeral.
Don't you feel that's an obvious thing for the media to say? Because we've said it all in our circles, in our Manchester United, amongst our friends. We wish he would have a plan B, tweak it a little bit. Yeah. It's kind of an obvious statement. And that's why I think it was easy for him to drop it, because there's a buzz where we'd be like, maybe he should just, have a plan B. Tweak it a little bit. We've all said that, but I think it's more personnel than anything. I think we're either too young as a squad while the things are not working, or some of these guys really don't know ball. Some of these guys really don't understand football, because we play like a dumb team. We play very cowardly.
Since these leaks have begun, there's only been one player that's been present for all of them.
Harry Maguire?
Bruno. Harold J. Maguire. He's the only one.
He's been there the longest.
He's been there for all of them from when they first started. It started when he went to jail and he came back. And that's when they all started seeping in. And people were like, oh, it's this person, that person, it's Lingard, it's da-da-da-da-da. Still happening in 2025, and he's still here. I don't want to say it's him, but I want to say Occam's razor.
I hope he writes a book about what happened in Greece, because I want to know how you got beat up by the police and the mafia at the same time. You had to have been out there. You must have been on a good one.
He was using that big H.
He said, yo, you know who I am? I'm the captain of Manchester United football. and all hell broke loose.
Man, they gave him licks.
Yeah, they're probably like
Craziness. But I hope he writes a book. That's crazy. I hope he really does. Yeah, man, it's an obvious thing, man. This team is just so. And I mean, I didn't ask you, Ronaldo, how you feel about it. I mean, we all feel the same.
I'm just really offended that all this crap, A, happened, and B, happened today on the funeral of Dennis Law.
Yeah.
That's mad disrespectful.
No class.
It's mad disrespectful. So we get there for the fourth time, players not liking a manager. And I don't know, anyone could check between Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole, Ragnick, and now Ten Hag, and then Amorim. How many other teams had a problem implementing their tactics? Don't worry, I'll wait.
These dudes want to run a 1-7 something.
They want to do what they want, man. Yeah.
Spurs,
And it
Chelsea.
just,
But there's only a few core guys that's been in there for a minute, though.
yeah, that's what's troubling about this. It's kind of almost
know
like,
why
I mean, there's a lot of Ten
Bruno-
Hag guys. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Bruno should be beating people up in the locker room at this point. Just be licking man in their neck. Like, what's going on in here?
Bruno.
You need a GoFundMe for Cheese, apparently.
For Cheese?
Yeah, he's out. 1969 mobiles.
Can we? Is any way we could get the screen over to 4, or is that impossible?
We could.
Mine's on 4.
Yours is on 4 because you're watching the main screen.
Forgive me. See, you know what? And that's how it is, Ronaldo. I think I know something. Like I'm getting stushed with the technology, and someone's like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're dunce. You have no
There
idea."
We go. We just missing Ronaldo now.
You guys still hear me though?
Yeah, we got you, but
what do you guys feel about ineos and their bad? They're not be able to read the room. Bad PR. They're so full of bad PR. What is that about?
You thought the Glazers didn't get the
it.
club. These guys don't.
I think it's just fashionable to hate Man United. That's all it is. It's fashionable to hate us. It's fashionable to start something. There's a lot of like gas everywhere, and it don't take but one man to light a fire and start the whole thing. So like, yeah, that's just what it is, bro. I don't know how much merit there is to these things. Wheeler has been good in the past. I know I slagged him off earlier. He has been good in the past. So it might be something to it. But like, if these guys can't get with it and are crying already, I hope they find out who it is that's doing the crying. I really do. They need to go. They need to go. Because we're just talking about last night about changing the culture. We just had this conversation about changing the culture. And Mandem already talking about, we're running too late into the night.
That was ill. Remember when that came out?
We're running too late into the night. And then at the same time, man was getting hurt at the same time. People getting hurt left and right. So people start thinking, it's Ten Hag that's doing it. He's running them too late. Now it's, hey, we want them to change the tactics. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
These pussy clot men said they couldn't. Coach was holding them too late for practice, and they had to drive home in the dark.
You ain't got no
that
headlights.
was the wildest league ever. I was like, this is wild. These dudes are soft. This dude's soft. But
so
what
hard
do you
to
think
train
about
6 hours a day and go home to the rest.
We need a Roy Keane. That man set the dressing room straight. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that type of leadership. Our locker room was poor. It's been poor for a little bit. I feel like if you fire 2 coaches, you should get rid of them. Anybody who's fired 2 coaches, just go. Something's in your juju, something's bad, and it's not working. This culture is so bad. Amorim, Ineos better back him, man. Because they brought this man, he had a cushy situation. He was chilling, built a good team up, winning, going to Champions Leagues. He said, brother, let me come in the summer. They said, no, come now. You never do it. And they just drop him in this madness right now and having him out there answering questions about Rashfords and things like that. Ineos is weird, bro. I'm letting y'all know right now. I know I want to support them, but they're just the decisions they're making the timing seems bad. It seems like it's not gonna help. You know, we hear they owe the All Blacks money. They did a thing where they were supposed to sponsor them, and then these dudes didn't even make the first payment. And it was like $6 million. What are we doing? Then they have a release saying that the company's going through a lot. There's some European shit that's messing them up. They got to make cutbacks everywhere. 6 million? I don't know, guys. I think the Glazers got us again.
Yep.
Hey, Ronaldo, you want to go ahead and read the chat? You got the chat up?
I'm reading.
Oh, yeah, I can't see nothing.
All right,
I'm
so
sorry.
let's go back to Mr. Green. Good evening. And we got my boy
Shout out to
Taz.
Mr. Green.
You got Mr. Green.
I got my boy Taz, Trinity Brethren from San Francisco. He says, pelt them rogue troublemakers away. Slew them. And then we got our boy Cheese. New chatter, right? Go fund me. Definitely need a Roy Keane, Mr. Green. Yeah, some of these guys get slapped around. Hopefully, we make a new Roy Keane. Just like we could scout our own Mbappe, we'll make our own Roy Keane out of the academy or something, because we're struggling. Cheese, again, he's highlighting that he's equally as concerned about ineos as he is about the players. Pray for Amorim. A lot of prayers, a lot of candles, everything. That's my wife there. He's out down. She's up. She said, I'm so sick of the cycle. Time to point the fingers at the players and get rid of these jokers. Enough said.
Sean,
it can't be all these coaches.
Sean, tell me what convinced me to be positive about ineos and going forward with them. Tell me their track. Tell me something to make me feel like, all right, they got to figure it out.
That person to ask. You know, he loved ineos.
I don't love ineos. I understand the business aspect of it, but it's getting to a point now where it's a little bit of a joke with more and more layoffs. And it's looking like all these layoffs are coming as a consequence of them not firing Ten Hag in the summer, and then also with our sporting directors. So with the money that we lost there, the consequences are we're laying off more people. I'm not there yet with ineos out, but I'm also getting to the point now where if you're making these cuts, okay, you're gonna make the cuts. There's nothing we can do about it. But you better be ready to spend big in the summertime, because if you don't spend in the summertime and you're still making these cuts, that knife sharpness is gonna come out real quick with these fans. Now we've already seen Man United game against Liverpool be called off because of Man United fans stopping the game. Well, you get ready for some more of that, because we had one bad owner. Now we don't need two bad owners. You know what I mean? So at some point, these Man United players are gonna start revolting. Sanjeev is saying, could be Casemiro. More Deadwood needs rid. To be honest, man, he does it. He wants out. There is a possibility of Casemiro. Mr. Green,
rare decisions, man.
Watch it be somebody we never thought. Like it'll be somebody like Bruno that's saying all this.
You know,
Casemiro is just cashing checks now. Mr. Green, 𝗕𝗓𝗊𝙍, get rid of the ones not putting in any work. That's a absolute fact. Thanks for joining the chat as well. Big Man Taz says ineos did well with their cycling team. Can't explain this nonsense.
I thought all the cyclists quit the team.
I want them to sell Nice, sell Lucerne Sport.
Nice is in Champions League.
Take that money and pay some of the debt with it. And buy some more of this club.
Nice is third in France right now.
Yeah, he ain't selling.
Sell them. They're not going to win anything. Sell them.
And don't chat about the stadium till you fix the team. Don't chat about the stadium till you fix the team.
Well, the thing is, though, that's the problem, though, there, Casey. He needs.
I know what you're saying.
He needs a stadium.
The stadium is going to help us with revenue, and we're going to make more money.
Yeah, he can't fix United without that stadium. He can't. He doesn't have the money. Like, I know it's all well and good saying someone's a billionaire, but when your billions are tied up in assets, then you need to start selling assets. You're right, Mikey. He does need to sell Nice, but you're not going to sell Nice when they're in the Champions League spot, because he's getting big money coming in next year from Nice. He's not going to sell his cycling, because that's his passion, cycling. The Sky cycling team that he's got. Not going to sell that.
Get out of F1. Get out of F1 then. You can't afford that, brother. F1 is for true ballers. You ain't no true ballers.
Teams, man. Sell these two teams, because it's not like we we're even feeding them. We're not even a feeder. They're not even a feeder for us now, right? So sell these two
Well, they
teams.
can be as long as they're not in the
Use-
same competition, Mikey.
Okay, so sell these two teams. Use that money in the proceed for it to go towards paying down some of this debt and buying a bigger percentage of the club. That'll one convince the Glazers how serious they are, and two lessen some debt for them on the way out. That's how I see it. I see it. You can get a lot of money for Nice, especially with them being in third and all the revitalization to the club. You can get a bunch of money for Nice. I say at least 750 million.
That's a
Really?
nice
600 million.
too.
That's nice.
600 million. You know, the only issue is they have that TV deal situation, right? That they, like, the whole league is dying because of the bad TV deal that they made over COVID time that screwed them. So like the only team that's really like above and making any money is PSG, who wins it every year. So it might be a little bit tricky there because their TV deal is so bad, but I'd get rid and start putting into this cash cow right here.
As of right now, Nice are only worth 219 million euro.
Yeah, you get
That's
500 million for them.
Yeah, Ratcliffe only bought them for 100 million euro.
That's Casemiro, Bruno. We sell Casemiro and Bruno, and then we could buy Nice. We could like
two of our strikers. Our two
we
strikers
have
is 100 million alone.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah.
What's anybody heard anything on 𝙈𝙊𝙍? You heard anything on 𝙈𝙊𝙍, Sean?
From what I'm hearing, he's had a knock, and they're just trying to be precautionary with him due to the fact that Lenny Euro's there to cover him, and then Maz can cover him. There's no need to rush him back, especially with his injuries in Bayern. So it looks like it's just a little knock, and they're not rushing back.
We're also lean on center back, man.
What do you think our back three gonna look like against Tottenham?
Same
Euro, Maz.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the same as Friday.
I think they did a decent job too. I didn't think it was so bad. They were okay. They're all right. The defense. We got anything else?
We just cannot put the. I hope he goes with Ahmad and Drogo at the wing backs though. I really hope he does, because 𝙈𝙊𝙍 right now needs about 3 weeks off. He looks like he's done. Like, he don't even look like he's fit. He look a little pudgy, and people get mad at me when I do that. Amani always say, "Why you always talk about people's weight?" I'm like, I'm just saying.
This is professional sports.
Yeah, you gotta be moving.
You guys, you sleep in the best bed. You fuck the best girls every day.
you drive the fastest cars.
You sleep. You drive
the new boots.
BMW and better. Like, no, there's no. Yeah, you can't look like me and be center back. It ain't gonna happen.
Like, H looks like you in center back.
None of us. Like none of us. Like none of us. All of us look like shit, and you can't do that and play in the Premier League. It don't work. I've lost 11 pounds in the last.
Dude, I lost a bunch of weight, and I ain't playing in the Premier.
Look at you. You get slim.
I am. Got a big race in 4 weeks. So.
What are you doing? A 5K or a 10K?
5K.
Wicked.
St. Patrick's
You gotta win it. You gotta wear some of our shit, and you have to win it.
Ooh, that's
I keep telling myself I want to run the LA Marathon.
You don't run nowhere because you don't do nothing. You don't remember where you was a couple months ago? You sit down and you drink that water, sir.
Go to yoga, Pilates.
Anything I survive makes me stronger, and I go harder. Oh my Lord. Yeah, we buried Dennis Law today. One thing our club does is we do good send-offs. We really do a good job with that. You know.
Shout out to Brian. If this belly is purely beer, easily worked off, I just don't want to. That's what I say about my belly.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, looking towards to the game against Tottenham, I'm very happy to have. I finally want to get revenge on Tottenham, bro. Is anybody with me here in the chat, in the group, anywhere that you're watching from? Aren't you sick of losing to fucking Tottenham?
Yep.
Sorry ass fucking
Enough.
I am sick
Enough is enough.
and absolutely tired of losing to those waste men. They're
Yeah.
under us, and this is the time, and they are extremely hurt. They are not doing well. They've been knocked out of 2 cups in 3 days. This is the time that we bury them. We absolutely bury them. Levy, all of them men there in Tottenham, the whole of London, we bury them.
Yeah, it hurts my stomach to like if I drink some sour milk when Tottenham beats us, because it's like because Tottenham, it's like they got a big. They're so terrible. We're so terrible. And then, yeah, revenge is needed for this. I'm with you. I really don't think about Tottenham, but losing to them hurts my soul. Really does. Really does.
Manor too. We've been getting our asses whipped by them.
Is this a home or away?
We're away.
Away
Is anyone
in the capital.
I just have a feeling hell's gonna.
See, there you go with your feelings.
It just but like you can write it now, can't you? You can write the headlines now. Man United pass on Tel and he beats.
They're so injured
we got
right
5
now,
million
though.
for a loan. We don't want to pay 5 million for a loan. So
honestly, if they lose this
the
game,
$5 million goal.
Tottenham is so down right now. If they lose this game, I would definitely. I don't know.
Amorim out?
Nah. No, but I would think about benching like Bruno and them guys in the next game. Why? Bruno, you can't lose to Tottenham no more, buddy. You as a captain, you got to look everybody in the face.
3 in a row.
I'm not losing into Tottenham.
3 in a row. Let's take a seat.
And I would make an example like Bruno. You're not starting the next game because you lost to Tottenham. And I'll tell the media.
He hasn't turned up for the last 3 games. Time for him to turn up.
He's been quiet, huh? Bruno been mad quiet.
I think since the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
He could be fatigued though, Sean. You was talking about it the other night.
Yeah.
You was talking about it on your show, Sean. He could be fatigued.
Yeah, if we're talking about Dalot being tired, then we're talking about him being tired too.
Part of it is he doesn't ever want to sit too. I feel.
But there's nothing else. Think about if you take Bruno out, what are you gonna do? Play Eriksson?
No,
in a 10 maybe.
That's what happens when you don't make signings now. So now we're looking at one of our star players is not performing, and you look to the bench and there's nothing. There's nothing there to replace it, and we needed that, and we needed that in January. I know January is hard to do business in, but we need that. And Jout, he is defeated. You can see it. Man United 2-0. Yo, Mr. Green he's ready. Mr. Green,
I like Mr. Green. I picked him on your show last night.
I would like to win against Tottenham. I think benching Bruno isn't it, but Bruno does need to wake up and say, "Hey, y'all, they've walloped us at least 6-0 in the last 2 games. Like we need to make something happen. It needs a discussion needs to be had."
Facts. I was even thinking this is a must-win.
Yep. I mean,
for morale's sake, it's a must-win. Just for if you want the momentum right now, this is the time that you go out and get a W. We cannot string together 2 back-to-back wins in the Premier League for nothing. This is the time that we get this win and we look ahead and get another one. When's the last time we had 2 wins consecutively?
A couple of weeks ago.
In the Premier League? Okay, in the Premier League, Mr. Smart Man. We haven't had it this season. That hasn't happened since last season. We need to start stringing those wins together in the Premiership just to end the season off. We're fighting for pride now, right? Do you want to be? I want to be 9th. I want to be 8th at least. Get back to 8th if you can. It's not looking good. It's not going to happen, but fight for that pride. You know what I'm saying? Don't let would be the worst Man United team in Premier League history. You want to be that?
Yep.
Bless your heart, Mikey. You asked for this team to fight with pride.
Yep. I'm a fool.
They've broken
the nerve of you, Mikey. The nerve of you.
I'm a fucking fool.
I don't know. And if they do lose, bring up 𝗕𝗓𝙊𝙍𝙀. Anybody making less than 100, let's go. Come on. It don't make no sense.
Kai Rooney, come on up.
Would you experiment with Ronaldo? Would you play some youth in this game? Would you have some youth on the bench? Introduce some youth?
The Spurs game? No. We got Everton and Ipswich at the end of the month, maybe. Collier needs some more game time for sure. I think.
Yes.
Kind of
Where's
like.
Collier been?
Well, if Ugarte is playing, you don't want to play Collier too.
No,
We got no offense at the center. You know,
I'm
it's gonna have to
looking
be
forward to it.
Bruno or Menu, and apparently, Amorim doesn't like Menu's tracking back when he's in the 8. So Menu might be stuck up in the 10 as well.
He needs to play in the 10 more consistently.
I
That's
feel
what he
like
needs to be.
Yeah.
I think he should do.
If he thinks in this system that's his future, he needs to
He needs
play
to be in
the rest of the
Just be
year.
in the 10. Yeah.
Anytime he plays in the 10.
And let's just see how it works from there because there's no room for him in any deeper. It doesn't work. Pause. Woo!
That was really wild.
That was wild. Oh my God. You know what, guys? I apologize, chat. This is a 13 place. Okay.
Hey,
but
that's
no,
good.
yeah. He needs
That's a
to
good
play
show.
up higher. And we saw it against Bucharest, what he can do in that situation. So, like,
Soft team, but it was
consistently let him
effective.
get there. Yeah, bad team, but like let's consider. Then he had another game where he kind of wasn't in. We played him at striker. It's like don't understand that, but let's put him up there and let him get some confidence in that position because he could do things with the ball that Ugarte can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And being deep, being back with Ugarte or some player in that middle of the park, that ain't gonna be it. You got to be higher up, and he's not fast.
No.
He's just quick. He's not fast.
Right.
He gets on the ball, but he's not leaving anybody. Like,
No.
Kid,
Yeah, he definitely
like
has
a
to
5'5", 40, like easy. Very slow.
He definitely gets exposed when he's deeper because he has to take more field. But you're right, I love him in the 10. You know, but definitely he has to play. Don't you agree? It has to be Ahmad. When Ahmad's at the wing, we're just so much better.
Yeah.
And
ultimately, I want him in a 10, but just to get through the season, maybe Garnacho needs to be that right 10 and have Ahmad play behind him on right wing back. Just so we could keep Delo and Mazraoui out the team just for the end of the year until we figure out we get a proper right back and leave Ahmad to cook up in a 10. Yeah, to close out the season. Keep him on. Ahmad, right wing back. Garnacho, right 10. Meno left 10, and let Bruno line with Ugarte in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm a little wary about Bruno's legs, but maybe he just needs to play like a kind of quarterback role and ping the passes left, right to Garnacho and Meno try to get Garnacho in space to run, and then get Dorgo on the left in space to run, and let Meno just line in the box. Pause.
You know you won't do it though, right? You tell me he's.
That's my suggestion. Silly old me.
Yeah, he's gonna be roam around. He's just it don't matter what manager it is. Bruno gets to roam.
Yep.
He gets to do whatever he wants out there because he's our main playmaker. Like he probably leads Europe in chance creation. So like in the last 5 years. So like I give him credit because he's an Iron Man and he stays in and he wants to play every game. He wants to play hurt. But it's like, at what point is it a detriment to the team?
Yep.
Exactly.
There's mental too, besides your body.
There's no player should be undroppable. There's got to be times when you tell guys like, listen, you're burnt. We need you to rest up. We need to you're not clicking. And that's just being honest. That's just giving constructive criticism. I know we say we play bad when Bruno's not there, but we only do it for like moments. Bruno might need a break. And it's just human nature. He's not a computer. You know what I'm saying? But
a break might be 30 minutes. Like coming at the 60th minute. That could be a break for Bruno.
Yep. And he won't be happy with that.
So fuck what. Take a break.
If you love the team, we'll sit on the bench.
Yeah. If he's a true leader, he would understand. But we have this big fear. Every coach we've had have a big fear about playing without Bruno, and it's just so blatant. We can see it. This team is just not constructed well. And it's just a damn shame. First we were like, just not get relegated, and I don't see that possibly happening. But I want to win Europa.
And it's terrifying to think though that it was so much worse without Bruno Fernandes on the pitch. Like, we're talking about him taking a break, but we are horrendous without Bruno on the field. It's bad.
Who else controls the middle of the pitch, though, Mr. Green? No, nobody can.
Nobody.
The
Yeah,
middle
that's
of
what
the
I'm saying,
pitch
with
isn't
so
under
much-
control at all. Like even with Bruno there, it's still spacious. It's still porous. You can still it leaks like a sieve. There's no defensive impetus going on in the middle of the pitch whatsoever, unless it's 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀, and that's from time to time. And yes, this is the worst United squad I've seen. I'm 34 years old. This is the worst I've ever seen in my life. As far as United players go, I've seen some bad teams. You know, we've seen Luton and Derby and all of them men there. We're not quite there yet, but like this is the worst United team I've ever seen. That 2013 team that won the title was pretty bad, but they won a title. It got worse after that.
RVP and Rooney carried that team.
It got worse. It got way worse after that. Bro, we had Morgan Schneiderlin and CDM. Morgan Schneiderlin. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. We brought in Bastian Schweinsteiger. It just
Birds
got
up.
Birds up.
worse,
Birds up.
Schweinsteiger. And worse and worse every year. This right here is absolute shite.
Would you say talent-wise they're the worst, or just what
constructed?
Yeah,
the options,
talent-wise,
choices,
heart.
I would say more heart than talent.
Mentality is garbage. The worst.
If you're comparing them to these old teams, these teams of old, they do not compare.
No,
we got two guys that are two strikers that can't strike. They can't get.
Never
shot
had that problem at this.
The only person I feel that could transcend different teams throughout the years is Bruno. The rest of them wouldn't survive, and Bruno barely. Those old Man United teams.
It might be a case they're so immature. Some of these guys don't know how to play yet. We got a lot of dudes who don't know how to play, and our veterans are all old and making $300 a week, and they chilling, taking family pics at the crib. You know, so we're asking a lot of babies the ball. I mean, look at Rasmus. Even though I was talking about 20 goals, I think he's. I don't even know.
Yeah,
man, they talk about selling him for 40 in the
He
summer.
needs a break. He needs a break right next to Bruno.
He needs a move.
What break? He
needs a loan.
He should be an MMA fighter. He want to hug everybody, but grab the ball. I was so gassed on Rasmus too. I still am. We're gonna get 20 next year.
Dang! So you went from 20 goals to 20 million? Wow!
No. You're gonna get 20 goals next year.
Yeah, my
Sean, I'm staying on it. Rasmus is getting 20 goals next season.
Brian Herbertson, don't mess with 𝗕𝗏𝗍. Come on now, Mr. Green, talent and depth. Yes, that's what I say. These guys wouldn't survive in these older teams. Hellbound Snorlax, good name change. I like that. Pretty fucking wax. Once again, Snorlax. I just started watching, and the team I saw was not a team. That's crazy to think that this is your first time coming into Man United. I'm sorry, we haven't always been like that. I'm sure you know that. Mr. Green, it really is the worst United squad. That's why I like Mr. Green. He always says, does he only talk bare sense? And yeah, bro, that's just what it is. I'm sorry that all of these guys like for like are terrible. They're terrible. Casemiro was good. We got the Timu version of Casemiro.
3/4 quality Casemiro.
Madrid version for a season, I think.
Hell no.
That first season was magic. After that,
that first season he was great.
That first season.
I don't think so. I think it was good, but that Madrid level when he was the destroyer, nah.
Yeah, but he also had two of the greatest players to ever play the game sit right next to him.
No
hey, you asked me if it was a Madrid level, so it definitely wasn't Madrid level then, because he didn't have the two greatest players next to him.
True.
Yeah, but you know, what can you do, bro? What can you do? I'm hoping to win. What do you guys think? Score prediction for Spurs. I know we got it till Thursday, but score prediction.
Who was the Oracle of the Week last week?
2-0 to the United. 2-0 to United.
I was Oracle of the Week last week.
Spurs 1, Man United 2.
I'm gonna think out the box. I'm gonna go 3-0 United because he's gonna play Ahmad and Djurgården at the wings. That's it. That's the only reason why.
I'm gonna go with 1.
Ugh, you're gross.
If a team are playing great, we can't win 2 on the bounce. I'm gonna go with 1-1. It seems the logical choice after we win a game and then we go draw 1-1 with Spurs.
The Spurs have injuries. They have no form. They're going to be playing a bunch of young dudes. We got to smack them.
We do.
And that's why we'll lose.
Yeah.
Because we got to smack them. That's why
Mr.
we
Green
lose.
is saying Spurs have 11 first-team players out.
That sounded like us last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to hear shit from any other team. I don't want to hear it from Arsenal fans. Last year when I said the same thing, all they kept saying to me was excuses. Now it's happening to them this year. What's up with that? Yes.
No. I'm thinking 2-1 Hellbound, 2-1 United, Slabby saves. That's Brian. Brian, that is disgusting. Let's see. We got Sanjeev with 3-3. And Lisa with 3-1 United. Yeah, I'm with 3-1.
Wait a minute.
I'm with you.
What did Sanjeev say?
Sanjeev said 3-3. Sanjeev is smoking that good stuff.
Yeah, bro. Send me some of that ASAP.
G is dying for some excitement. We got jack shit from United.
A 6-goal thriller in the capital is what Sanjeev got on.
Real quick,
Yeah,
you guys better wrap it up. We've
crazy.
gone over our time.
2-1 United. Mark Cheeseman. Cheese, okay. Shouts to Cheese with 2-1. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0. 2-0. Xerxes scores. Bruno scores. Done off the game.
Well,
We
wouldn't it be
played
nice
badly
for
for
Xerxes to score?
75 minutes of it.
Dude, that'd be nice for
think
Xerxes
Ahmad
to
will
go on a
score.
run of games scoring now. That would be nice.
I think Xerxes will be the one to score. It's crazy how our sentiments have changed on Xerxes so fast. Because I called him a bum. We called him a fat bum.
We sure did. It was mean.
I
He
said
Let's
said
not
he
forget
was
though, real
thick,
quick.
like he eats chocolate or something like that. I said that he's a bum, and then we just all
Cookie
wanted
dough.
him to leave. Yeah, cookie dough. Yeah, he could play. I think when he skipped past Saliba 2 times and put him on the ground, I was like, oh, okay, you could do something. You could do something here.
Let's not forget though, it was this time last year that Rasmus went on his, historic run. Scored the most games in most consecutive games in Man United history. So
I feel that.
it has a chance to happen again. He has a
feel that.
chance.
Put a bet on it. Put a bet on it that he scores 20 goals before now.
I'm about to tonight.
17 what do you
I
have
didn't
last
say
year?
he was going to score
16?
20 goals.
He had 16 last year around this time.
No, he didn't have 16.
Man.
I think he picked up in the spring. Yeah, he scored.
Yeah,
a few
he-
at
I'm
the
saying
end.
like around this time is when he went on that run to score 16.
yeah, it was like this. Yeah, and then he got injured, didn't he? Yeah, he broke the record for most consecutive goals in a game.
What a record.
Yeah, it's a Man United record.
We need that record now. We need that record.
We need to product this.
Cheese is on one again. F this phone. Hashtag GoFundMe.
Jeez, your phone's from 2015. Of course it don't work.
You're
What is
eligible
Cheese
for an upgrade,
talking
Cheese.
about?
Go see Verizon. You're eligible for an upgrade.
Cheese is tripping. His show's over and he's still cussing his phone.
Dang.
I love Cheese though. Cheese rolls up to the pub bumping R. Kelly.
No, don't use
So
that.
out of
I don't know.
pocket. It's so out of pocket. We'd be like, bro, what are you doing, bro? You got a family. You can't be driving around like that. Well,
Oh boy.
we went over. I see the producer back there yelling at me.
Yeah, all right.
You know,
Did we
I'm
talk
hoping
about
for-
our sponsor at all?
no. We're brought to you by 𝗕𝗓𝙊𝙍𝙀 LLP, one of the finest law firms in Southern California. They're sponsoring the whole movement, everything. Get them at 747-444-4444. They deal with out-of-state people too. They say, "Case, tell everybody just to call us. We'll do it. We got it." They sued the government and won. They'll get you together. If they take your case, that means you're gonna get some money, and us too. Make sure you tell them you heard us on this show and on all our formats, please. 1870 United Friend Zone. I'm Case. That's Sean. That's Mikey. Sanjeev is smoking hashish. That's Ronaldo down here. I was gonna say below me, but that's such a pause. Oh my God! I'm not confident. I'm just gonna say we don't know what team's gonna show up, but I'm sure you guys will talk about it Thursday. Make sure to check these guys out Thursday on the same formats. Great show.
Casey
Anything
with a
y'all wanna
public.
leave us with? Anything I want to leave us with in general? Any parting words?
No.
Who, me?
Anybody?
Yes,
I just
yeah,
wanna
I got Cheese's comments. Casey with the public. Snitches get stitches, bruh.
Pretty much. He said it's not a free upgrade and nothing's ever free. That's facts.
That's
That's
facts.
facts. Well, yeah, happy Black History Month. And don't let anybody suppress your voice, man. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, this has been Those Casual Reds from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Atlanta, Georgia, and the wonderful